Today is Friday, June something, and it is 2 days before I'm actually supposed to be filming this. The reason I'm filming the majority of this now is because tomorrow I am going to go downtown with you, Daisy, and Nicole. Yay! And then on Sunday I'm going to the zoo! So Tabitha, your challenge was to present my objects like a museum tour guide, but I don't recall how museum tour guides sound apart from probably stuffy and British. So I am just going to present you my items, which I had issues finding, by the way. Item 1. This is a giant ball of string that the young Adrian used to prove the string theory. Okay, I'm kidding, but the amount of time I spent playing with this thing, I probably could have ended up proving this string theory at one point. I mean, even after 7 years, I can still reflexively do Jacob's ladder. Ta-da! Item 2. Every child ever has learned to play this thing. Since I went to a French school my entire life, this, in French, was called a flute, which was really confusing because I didn't know the name in English, so I told people I could play the flute. On an upside, though, I can now do this. And on that note, I now present you item number 3. As a child, I needed Harry Potter like a Grindylow needs water. I mean, I read it so much that the covering thing is coming off. So there's this one part in the Philosopher's Stone that I never understood, and that's the part where they're in the Devil's Snare, and Ron goes, "Have you gone mad? Are you a witch or not?" Because Hermione's like, "Oh my god, there's no wood, how do I light a fire?" And then later, Ron's like, "Yeah, and lucky Harry doesn't lose his head in a crisis." I don't understand why it says Harry doesn't lose his head in a crisis when it was clearly Ron who bellowed at Hermione to use her wand. No comprende. And here is some footage of our Saturday trip, which I know I'll record if I don't forget my camera. We first went to Tim Hortons where we found this machine which lets you order your food with minimal human interaction. I should probably mention on a side note that the camera I was using had no microphone. So we sat in Tim Hortons for a really long time, during which I decided to film Daisy for an obnoxious period of time to make her feel uncomfortable. But then she made her "I'm about to make a bad pun" face, so I decided to film my Timbits instead because I preemptively decided that they were going to be funnier than what she was about to say. Then we went for a walk and we came by an international drumming festival where some strange person was standing beside me. Crossing the street, we got to Queen's Park, where there were statues of men in silly costumes and serious queens, and a really nice view of downtown Toronto. After a whole bunch of walking, we went to the Disney store, where there was the same strange person standing beside me, and an even stranger plushie of Woody. I don't really know what was wrong with it, but it was really weird looking. There was also this really weird toy of Minnie, and this awesome Perry the Platypus plushie and clock thing. We then found Sephora's, where we decided to smell a whole bunch of things and spray each other with apparently flammable perfume. In my opinion, the best thing we found was a set of Justin Bieber nail decals amongst a variety of other stick-on tattoos. The last store we went to was Best Buy, where they had this really cool Halo statue thing. As we were about to depart from our adventure, we came across this concert for human rights, where we decided to loiter for a few minutes. I should probably mention that Nicole couldn't join us because she had a bad case of pood foisoning. Tabitha, I really hope you don't have to transfer. That would be a pinnacle of suck. Daisy and I came up with this brilliant plan to kidnap you and keep you as a stowaway college student. And if they ever ask us why we have you in our rooms, we can just say that you are our pet human. Sound good?